Hey there, this is Mike with Mana Bluff, and we're doing some Fate Reforged release sealeds. I honestly don't even know what the different battle with X it are or is, so I just picked one. Cunning sounded kind of blue, so I picked it, and let's go from there. I don't know which one's the best. I really don't even. I didn't do a physical pre-release, so I don't know what cards are in which of the things, um, or which the some of the promo cards are. I already see I got a pretty cool Wooded Foothills. Ugh, that's really unfortunate how the way they did the bottom part. That looks kind of ugly. But let's sort by rarity and let's see what we got. Ooh, got a mythic. That's pretty cool. Monastery Mentor too. I'm gonna be selling that because I think it's worth a lot. But let's see what we got. Ooh, man, supplant form is good. I think 5/6 Vigilance Dragon is pretty sweet, and and an on color Siege. That's really awesome as well. What does this one do? Draw an additional card. Okay, so if it's cons, I loot. If it's not cons, it's Frost Titan. Okay, and Monastery Mentor, and I got some pretty good fixin'. Archfiend, I have played. I played a PPTQ, a sealed PPTQ. So this guy seems pretty sweet, and actually it's pretty sweet. But let's sort by color now and see where we go from there. Cutting I guess the unplayables first. So that's a no. We even got a Mystic Monastery, Efreet, Jeskai, Cunning Strike's pretty good. I know Harsh Sustenance is also pretty sweet. Well, I guess I'm already in these kind of colors, so I'll start there. Channel Harm is quite good. It's unfortunate my deck is starting to look a little expensive, but we'll see. 1/1 counter. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sandblast is also pretty sweet. The rune marks aren't that great, so that'll be in the no pile. Yes to the Abzan Falconer, and yeah, I'll take a 2/2 for 2. Feat of Resistance also quite sweet. And Mardu Hateblade, probably not what the deck wants to be doing. My white seems quite good, so let's kind of stick with there. Rite of Undoing is pretty sweet. Cancel, well, it's cancel. We all know how that plays. Whisk Away is quite good. That's definitely a no. No thanks to the rune marks. Crippling Chill's quite good. Wetland Sandbar, sealed. 2 drops aren't winning, sealed. Enters the battlefield, but top two cards of your. Well, 2 drops aren't, like I said, for the same thing with Wetland Sandbar, aren't winning sealeds. Uh, but who knows if I end up having a pretty good delve theme. Refocus, that's a maybe. Jeskai Sage, on the other hand, is actually not too bad. So I'll add those. Those are tentatives. My blue is actually quite good as well. I guess I opened the blue-red pack, so it's not surprising that my blue is pretty decent. Um, Noxious Dragon's pretty good. That's not so great. Oh, I guess that's the no pile. There we go. Tassigir's Cruelty. Archfiend's quite good. Enters the battlefield. Each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library. Doesn't seem that great. Reach of Shadows is quite nice. Bitter Revelation is good. Dash Guy. Rune Marks, no thank you. Merciless Executioner. Alright. Hooded Assassin's pretty good. Diplomacy of the Wastes. Um, no, yeah, that doesn't seem that great. And the Sultai Emissary's fine, but it's going to be more along the lines of over here. Alright, so Esper's looking pretty sweet. I guess Cunning Strike I know is really good. A free Weapon Master is also good, and the charms are all pretty decent. No to the rune marks. 4/1. Okay, those are maybes. Bloodfire Mentor also maybes. Efreet, it's a maybe. That guy's a no. That's a no. Battle Rage, that's a no. Smoldering Efreet, I don't think I'm aggressive enough. Okay, so red is kind of out of the question. Red's gonna have to be a splash. The red cards just really aren't all that great, and I'm not gonna splash red for a Gore Swine and a Wild Slash. So that's helpful. I'd like just at least being able to eliminate a color entirely. Um, so let's move red over to the side over here. Ambush Crotique. Return another creature. Okay, we'll see if Sagu Archer is a maybe. This card's kind of a maybe. It's replaceable. Ooh, man, I got a bunch of Crushocks. Each creature you control with a +1. That's still kind of a maybe. Turn to the Orth, that's strictly a sideboard card. Hunt the Weak is pretty good. Formless Nurturing, not quite as good as just the 2/2, so this is going to be in the no. Just any of the rune marks are relatively unexciting. Crush Cashade, pardon me, defenses. That looks like it's a no. I mean, it would be pretty sick if it was an instant. Whisper is pretty good. Highland Game, no thank you. Inoc Guide. Um, Now that I see that these cards are such maybes, that they're more along the lines of no, green is kind of looking like it's also out of the question, unfortunately. Um, for these cards to be pretty good. Oh, this is, like I said, a sideboard card. Yeah, it looks like green's kind of out of the question. It would be sweet to have the Whisperer. I mean, ramp is sweet just in general. So, off to the side with you. Uh, well, Esper it is. Harsh Sustenance quite good. I'll play it on the splash, especially it looks like I'm base white. Anyway, 13 creatures is a little unfortunate, but let's see what we can do from there. Winter Flame is not that exciting, and then War Flame is also certainly not that great, especially considering the composition of the deck. Secret Plans, obviously not. Barber's Purse, no thank you. Goblin Boomkeg, I'm not excited for it. Jeskai Banner, I guess if I need it. Hewed Stone Retainers, only if you've cast another spell this turn. Um, well, with this kind of curve, there's a chance that I could play it, so I'll move that into the maybe pile. Wooded Foothills, okay. So it's looking red is going to be a splash. It looks like I'm white-black, splashing kind of blue-red. Supplant form kind of is unfortunate in that regard. Uh, Green is a no thank you there. Saltwater Cliffs kind of perfect in that on that note. Scoured Barrens, pretty good. Mystic Monastery, that's also pretty sweet. So my red fixing is relatively minimal. I don't even think I'm not going to be playing the Wooded Foothills because there's really no need for me to play it. So let's see. Oh, let's get that out of there. Let's sort this by converted mana cost. Whew. Okay. We can make these cards a little bit bigger too. I guess I could make these bigger, I guess. Let's sort this by color. And this is over here is going to be the no pile. So, Sibzik Host, Runemark, Diplomacy. That guy's only maybe. Here's the maybe pile. This is a no, 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 maybe. And then we're cutting out green and red. I guess I technically have fixing in the form of some things, but there's nothing really splashable. Obviously not splashing a Wild Slash. I guess I could. This seems like a loose splash. Yeah. All right. Well, makes my life a little bit easier. I guess Jeskai Banner if I end up needing a little bit more fixing. I guess technically this is a maybe. Oh, unfortunately, I can't be playing. I have no need to be playing this. So it looks like black is just because of the way that the deck is constructed. I don't think I want to be cutting creatures. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be cutting creatures. The problem I see there is those double blacks, whereas I'm playing what? How many black cards? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 of them are double black. Let's take a look again at the fixing. 1, 2, 3 black sources. Not the greatest. Mystic Monastery is certainly gonna go a long way to helping. If I've only got one, two, if I've got three red cards that I'm gonna be playing, I guess I should probably figure out the deck before I start figuring out mana. But with the way it looks at this, this is gonna be pretty close to a free splash. I probably want like two more red sources, um, which is not quite ideal, but that's it's pretty good. Um, let's sort this by color. Yeah, these channel harms are gonna be pretty sweet. I don't really have I guess I get a couple of these win conditions here. Weapon Master's pretty sweet. Just any of the dragons, supplant form is gonna be good. Falconer will be able to run away with the game. Actually, Monastery Mentor plus all of these things makes the deck not all that bad. Jeskai Sage just for the early D. Just drawing a card isn't bad at all. 1/1 Spirit. All right. I mean, I guess the more I look at it, the less ashamed of this deck that I am. Certainly have to make a fair amount of cuts. So let's sort this by converted mana cost again. Okay. So two channel harms is probably not where I want to be, considering I have all of these. This massive amount of 6 drops. Was it? Yeah, 6 drops. So I could probably safely cut a channel harm. I don't know if that's silly or not. This card is pretty good, but I think it's okay to cut. Um, these cards, Frostwalker early D is pretty good. Soul Summons. This is actually a creature, so it puts my creature count to 14. So that's not too bad. I could see this being the cut, just because it's for the most part relatively unexciting, given some of the other things that I could be doing. Merciless Execution was just a removal spell. Okay, so let's go over to the cards I'm definitely going to keep. I need something to just be able to win. Supplant Form is good. Channel Harm's quite good. Free Weapon Master is quite good. Cunning Strike. I could see cutting these two just to make my mana restrictions or my mana a little bit better. That's cutting 2 creatures though and putting me dangerously low. And mind you, I do have to make, how many cuts is this? 6 cuts? 7 cuts? Phew, dear. 6, 7, 8, potentially 8. No, 7 cuts. Pardon me, 7 cuts. Feat's definitely staying. This is just that good. Absent Falconer, Monastery Mentor is good. Sandblast, I don't know about the second. That'll be on the side. That's gonna stay there. 2 Reach of Shadows. One of those might end up being cut just because I do have a fair amount of other removal spells. Rite of Undoing. Is that doing anything in my deck? Don't feel like it is. It saves one of my guys, maybe? But nope, I've convinced myself it's not really doing much in the deck. Okay, so narrowing down Bitter Revelation, just if the games end up going long, which it's sealed, they might go long. Gonna need to get out there. Jeskai Charm, just versatility is going to be good. Harsh Sustenance. It gets a little worse in this deck, only having 13 creatures, but alright, we'll put this in the maybe pile. Hooded Assassin. A 2/3 for 3. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can cut creatures. Crippling Chills is pretty good because I've just like any of these card drawing spells, so those are pretty good. Siege, I'm gonna keep it because drawing cards is sweet. Whisk Away. I'm not as tempo as certainly some other decks in these colors, but Whisk Away is gonna be good. Frostwalker, early defense. Soul Summons now, just a 2/2. Doesn't really do much else. Every creature I cut makes Harsh Sustenance a little bit worse, obviously, but also this 13, like I said, 13 is just on the cusp of being not enough. I I like the Jeskai Sages. I do have a lot of spells, so I could get tricky with them. Hmm. Yeah, I really do. I like these. Merciless Executioner. This is definitely staying because it's just another removal spell. I have a bunch of 6 drops, so I feel like I can cut one of those. If there was one that cut, I'd cut the dragon, just because this demands more of an answer. It hits a little bit harder, plus it's just can start getting out of control, and it's only a 5 drop. So yeah, there we go. Hmm. So removal spell or a 2/3. Just a 3/3 for 4. Yeah, I feel the Alicia's Vanguard. It's good, but can probably be cut. Man. Alright, so closing on 3 minutes. I want to be at 130 before I make my mana considerations because I'll be able to figure them out from there. So, thus far, how many removal spells do I have? I've got potentially one. So, one, but it's a little bit later. Two, also a little bit later. Three, four, five. I probably don't need the second Sandblast. I mean, 2 Sandblasts are quite good. Um, Still have to make 5, 6 cuts. 6 cuts. Jeez. Well, reducing black in any way is going to be good. So I'm at 14 creatures with Soul Summon. Hmm. Shoot. I feel like cutting Soul Summon will be good here. Cutting Soul Summon will be fine. Still, I'm at 13 creatures. Cutting a Jeskai Sage, 12 creatures. Now this is a point where I don't want to cut any more creatures. Um, I guess technically Supplant Form is another creature. Frostwalker I'm only keeping because it's pretty good on it can be defensive. Bitter Rev I want to be able to last in those games. Crippling Chill I guess I could use it defensively. It's not ideal. Siege I feel like just any of the sieges are going to be pretty decent. I already have a bunch of other expensive removal spells. Another Cutting a Reach of Shadows should be fine. Plus I'll be able to draw to my other ones. 3 more cuts. Ugh. Okay, well now it's time to sort by converted mana cost. Well, shoot. Yeah, I'm still at 13 creatures with the supplant form. I'm just so tempted to cut. I think I might cut the Hooded Assassin. I have plenty of threes. There's, this here. It just seems underwhelming. Most of the time it'll just be a 2/3 for 3. I don't know how much damage I'll be getting in otherwise. Um, with only 12 creatures, this does make Harsh Sustenance a little bit worse, so I feel like that's a safe enough cut. And then one more, and with only 57 seconds. Shoot. Um, Maybe Alicia's Vanguard? No, I could probably run 23. Noxious Dragon. It helps my mana. So let's Mystic Monastery, Scoured Barrens, Saltwater Cliffs, Crag, and Dismal Backwater. Let's add basics. I do want 2 mountains, 4/4, add to deck. So this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources, which seems fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources. 1, 2, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources. That double black is gonna suck, but I can get there. Yeah, this seems okay. I'm gonna submit this.